Welcome back to JXL's One Take. So today, it's a track that I did in 2002 with Dave Gahan, and it's called Reload, and it's on the album Radio JXL. Let's go to Spotify, let's play the track, and I'm going to talk you through it. So we already hear like a snippet of Dave Gahan. There's a little bit to tell about this, because the reason why it's called Reload is because it was meant to be the title song for the Matrix, second Matrix movie, Reload. So Dave and I just got together to do a song together. We were actually not together. I was working in Amsterdam, and funny enough, he was recording this song in LA in the studio, where then, at the end of 2002, I moved into to start my studio here in LA. So he was recording primarily during the night. He was also allowed to smoke there, while nobody was allowed to smoke into studios. But you know, it's Dave Gahan. What are you going to say to Dave Gahan? You know, just like, okay, you know, you can smoke. So I made this track, and we went back and forth with the vocals, and I started working on it in the studio. By the time I submitted the track, we were way past the deadline to even make it to the Matrix Reloaded movie. And then, you know, just like eventually, you know, obviously it wasn't used for the Matrix Reloaded, but great for me, I was able to put it on my record. So that was really great. You know, the thing with Dave Gahan is like, his voice is, you know, just like one of those really amazing voices that it doesn't seem to age. Like, you know, even if you go back to earlier recordings in the 80s, and especially some of the earlier stuff in the 90s that they did with Personal Jesus, that whole album. He's such an amazing character, amazing voice, and it just keeps to get better, you know, just like almost like a good bottle of wine. So it was amazing to do this with him. Now, regarding the track, this was a track where that I did in the same time period as I was producing Air Drone Dagger with Sasha. So, and I mentioned this in other videos, I had this technique of splitting sounds up on a mixing desk and splitting them up in different frequencies, and then gate them with different analog gates, and then trigger these gates to go open and close with different rhythmic figures. So we hear a lot of that in this trick too, which is the opening riff, but we still hear it on some of the synth sounds. Like the other track that we discussed recently, Breezer, I was playing a lot with these analog tape echoes that I really loved, and I used it a lot on this vocal. You can constantly hear like the echoing versions of his vocal. So in the chorus, when he sings Reload, there's like these higher vocals from Dave Gahan that are like reversed versions of other takes that he did of the same song. And again, I pulled it through all kinds of effects, especially the tape echo, that really at the time was like the go-to effect to go to. Like every time it's like, oh, we need another tape echo, and it was sitting always there, like right at the time. I remember Sasha saying at one point, it's like, can we work on one track without the tape echo? You think that's possible? I said, okay, one track without the tape echo is fine. But this track, you know, it has the tape echo. The other thing that this track has is that really typical doom, you know, that bass drum that is like tuned down. That credit completely goes to the Chemical Brothers, because they used that the very first time in 1993 when Chemical Beats came out. And for me, that was just such a revelation, you know, that track. So this is almost like 8 years after that, but it's such an iconic sound, a breakbeat, and every 2 bars is like the doom, you know, that bass drum that tunes down. Chemical Brothers deserve the complete credit for that. Brilliant musicians, as always. So the track continues with more of this trippy vocals with the chorus, and we come out like pretty quick. This is actually the album version. There's a version of it that's slightly longer that I did separately, but this album was mixed like it was like a hit radio station, so there are all these commercials happening before it goes into the next song. I forgot what the next song was. I think it was a song with Robert Smith. Yeah, so okay, so that was a little bit of the commercial right there, but to hear the ending of the commercial, you gotta play the Robert Smith track that I did from that same album that was called A Perfect Blue Sky. Anyway, thank you very much. It's been always fun. The JXL One Take. Whatever track you want me to comment on the next time, leave your comments below and we'll take care of it. Thank you.